Hey, welcome back. We're back in Timberborn today, and we're back in the corner over here. And I believe I've made some mistakes over here. Things are just not going as smoothly as we wanted them to. We're not getting the amount of beavers that we need, and it's just not flowing quite the way we want it to. So today we're going to focus on fixing some of the mistakes here, and we're going to work out some on the other side of the map. But let's start here first. The first thing I want to do is we're going to take the path that comes here. We want it to actually go in line with this here. So we're going to do something like this, connect it in here, and then hopefully, one, that allows us to get this built, because I don't believe they can reach that quite yet. But two, it's going to allow us to put in this and a couple of ladders right there like that. Connect those in. Those go down here. A couple more ladders here. There we go. And that will let us get straight down to down here and in here when we need to. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to put another farm in over here. So let's grab that. There's the farmhouse. There we go. We're going to put it right on the edge over here. We're going to tell them it's important construction and the workplace is important. We'll put in some kohlrabies right in this area here, and we'll put a little bit more here, and even some here. And then we will make a path across this canal here that we've made, and we'll put something else in here, but all of that's got to be built first. Now down here, we've got 3 pumps over the edge here pulling in some water, but I would like a little bit more, so we're going to go ahead and take that out. Let's get rid of this path here. Yep, there we go. And we are going to build downward. Here we go. Let's put all these in, and then we'll put in a couple more here. That way, when this goes dry from the first part of the drought, we can put some water pumps down here. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, and 4. We'll connect them all in here. Right across, and right across. There we go. These can also be very important, and we'll have to come back and set them for the what is that? The movers to help move the water out of there. We're also going to set one more up here, I think. So let's go ahead and get that in there. Water, deep water pump. There we go. Same thing here. Pull, and we'll come back when some of the other stuff is already built. I think another thing that we're going to need over here is we're going to put in 1 breeding pod. We're going to grab a couple of, let's see, where are they? There's our medical beds. Put the medical beds there. And we're going to put a couple of shrines. Let's see. Where's our... There it is. There's the shrine. We'll go ahead and put you... Oh, we can't put you under there. So let's put you right here. That'll give them a little bit extra there. Hopefully that works out. Here, since we've got water in here for most of the time, let's go ahead and put in a little bit of a dock area here. Oops. Yep. We actually only wanted 1 row of those, didn't we? There we go. There's that. Let's do the well-being. Let's do the Lido. Oh, we got to move it down 1, don't we? Let's see. 2. There it goes. And we will do back to well-being. Let's do a double shower here. There we go. There's the shower. There's the Lido. And hopefully that gives them at least a little bit more to do. While we're doing that, though, let's go ahead and put in maybe a couple of terraces here. We'll connect them in this way. There we go. Here, we're going to put in, let's see, some decoration. Let's put in one of you, and then unlock this for 500, put a couple there. Yeah, I think that'll look just fine right there where it's at. While that other district builds, let's take a look over here. There is another place for a mine, and we've already got a bit of a road going out over here, so we're just going to take advantage of that and build up the side of the mountain here. There we go. We'll put you in here, and one of you can go here and here. And that should give us direct access over here. Let's go ahead, connect that all in. Now we want to chop these trees out of here, because I've got another plan for that. So what we're going to do is we're just going to make another long road, maybe a road that comes back this way. Good enough. We'll toss in a couple of flags here, maybe one here, one there. And we will cut all of this out of here. So all of this can go. There we go. All of that will have to go. All of this will have to go. All of that will have to go. They'll still have to get through all this metal here, but that should be fine before too long. In this area, we've got about 6 extra beavers, so I think what we're going to do with those is toss in another hauling post to get some stuff maybe moved around down here a bit quicker, so we can get a little bit more food going. Looking back up here, they have got this first path done, and it looks like the second part of the path done as well, so that means we can go ahead and remove this right here. Yep. Sorry there, little beaver, you're going to have to find your way home. That's going to have to go through there, and we're going to make these the highest priority possible so that that gets in, and the next time this fills up, we can fill up a canal in here. In fact, let's go ahead and add a little bit more here as well. We'll go ahead, get in another dam here. There we go. And they can work on all of that in due time. Our production facility over here is in, so we can go ahead and start putting in some of the stuff that'll go across the road here. Let's go into, we're going to need a lot of planks. Here we go. 2, 3. We're going to do 4 here. And then we're going to do gears, but 5 of those probably, because the gears just build slower. They don't build faster. The planks, now that they have double, actually builds quite a bit faster. So we're going to put those in, get those started on some extra gears and planks. We are going to put in a little bit of storage around here too. There's some for the gears. Here's some for the planks. And we'll get those all set up here in just a minute. We've got quite a bit of the dynamite in here, so we're going to go ahead, remove some of that. We're going to go ahead and put in a second row, and we're even going to put in a third row here just so we know this area stays really green, or the most green it can possibly stay. This one here, however, once it gets put in, we're going to replace it with a dam. And this one's in, so let's go ahead and remove that. We're going to get in the dam right here. There we go, 1 dam. We'll set that as high priority. And then we're going to remove this, also high priority. And we're going to make a bridge here as well, so we'll have bridges all over the place. Speaking of bridges, we still need to remove some of this stuff, namely this here and this metal here. So what I'm going to do is we're going to go ahead, put in a metal flag. We'll tell them that that's very important, and the workplace is very important so that somebody can get down there and get to work on it. We're also going to put in, let's see, I would like that there. There we go. They can come down here and remove this and remove that. And that should let us put a bridge across here finally. We are getting quite a bit cleared out right here. So while we do that, let's go ahead and we'll use a regular set of steps. There we go. Up here. And we are going to come across here all the way over to here. And we are going to block this off completely. That looks like, what, a 3x2? Hey, there we go. A 3x2. And then eventually we will make our way down to this other side. In fact, let's go ahead and we will put in our stairway up there. We'll go around the trees here, all the way over to here. And we'll put something in like this. Now over here, since it's so far from just about everything, let's put in our large industrial pile, and we'll put another one in here. We're going to put logs in this one. We're going to put planks in this one. Oh, actually, let's move you over one. Large industrial pile. There we go. And these might be temporary. We will find out here. And here, I'm going to do... This will definitely be temporary. Builder's hut. There we go. And they can work on that as they get there. Now here, we're going to try and block a lot of this off as well. So let's see. Do we... You know what? Let's... How about the 3x3s here? 3x3. There we go. And then we're going to do a levee. We'll put dams on the end. Same thing here. We will do a 2-piece levee here. Let's see. A 1x2. Yep. 1x2. Then we'll get dams. There we go. Really wish there was some combination of dam levee like these. That would be pretty neat. Something good for maybe a mod. If there's any mods out there that want to attempt something like that. They did get this all put in, so let's go ahead and grab our bridge. Here we go. 3. There's a 3 right across there. We'll go ahead, put the path in there. And once they blow up more of this, then we can start filling in that. I think, yeah, that's only 1 down. So I'm going to need to go a whole 3rd row here, I believe. With our goal of expanding out the population and fixing some of the errors that I've made over here, we're definitely going to want some extra water so that our beavers don't go thirsty. We're going to put that in and set it as the highest priority so that we make sure we have plenty of backup food and water for us. Now, a good way to keep this here all full of water is to try and automate this gate. So what we're going to do, we're going to go ahead and put up, here's our stream gauge. We're going to put it, let's say, right there. Yeah, that doesn't block the path at all over to that other side. And when this is built, which will make a little more important, we'll connect it back to this gate here and see if we can get the water to release evenly throughout all of these. Talking about fixing some of my mistakes, I managed to get our scavenger flag in there, but I forgot to actually make a path for it. So we're going to remove these 2 trees, set that to high priority. We'll make a path that should connect that in there and let them get down to clear some of this out down here. We've got a couple of things already in here. We've got our water tank, so that's all set up, and we've also got our stream gauge. So we're going to try and link this. Let's see. We're going to go attach stream gauge and attach you to there. Now, we're going to pause it while we try to set this up. So our stream gauge low threshold will be if it's below 49, floodgate height will be 0.5. Stream gauge high threshold if it's above, let's say 1. 1 maybe. There we go. 1. Actually, there's another. You know what? We'll go with this, and we'll set the height to 0. So let's see how that works. That fills that up, and we lose a little water there, but it should be okay. That filled that all up. So these are back to being full. that all poured right into the river there, so we didn't really lose that much, and we did have a little bit of water come in there. Now, how much water is actually here at the present? Water level, 0.88. Okay, well, that's not bad. We'll work with that. We'll see how it goes, and hopefully that should be automated enough. While some of the other projects are going on, we're going to start another project over here. And here we are going to put in some more dams and levees. Let's see, we need our... we need... Is it 3x2s? Yep, we're going to put those in here. We're going to fill in the 2x2 here. Do I need the 2x2? Yep, there we go. Just a little science there, not a big deal. Move that over. And then we're going to put in 1x3s. As many of those as we can. Till we get over here. And then we'll replace that with a 1x2 eventually, I do believe. Same thing over here. And we will build out another falls right in this area. And we'll build it all the way across. As this comes across, we're going to remove this section in here. And we're probably going to build walls along here that give us another waterfall area to fill this up over here. To continue on with this project, what we're going to need is to take some of the water from over here, and we're just going to come right along the edge over here. We'll replace that one eventually. But when this all fills up, it should send some of the water over here to fill up this area as well, so we'll have green land hopefully in here. It looks like we've got a couple of beavers, actually 6 beavers now, that are sleeping outside in our main area, so let's just take care of that real quick. We're going to toss in another large barrack right there, and that should keep us good for just a while. In fact, we might go ahead and put in one more of these. There we go. And that will get our population up just a bit more. That other mine is going in very slowly. So what I'm going to do here is we're going to toss in this efficient mine. It might take a little while to build as well, but that's okay. I don't think currently... No, the geothermal power plant hasn't been updated for experimental yet. So we'll just put in a mine there, and we'll save this one in case that does get updated. If not, we'll just eventually put a mine there too. Looks like our bridge over the canal did finally get done, so what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and put our second set of crops, cassavas, there. We're going to plant soybeans on this side. There we go. And does that have enough room? Yep, it sure does. Over here, let's take a path. Actually, let's take this path all the way down the bottom there. And we'll toss in you. We'll toss in you. Yep, definitely you. And you as well. That lets us get around the map a little bit easier. And we'll come back across. Well, we'll come back across... what? Here? No, let's go here. There we go. And over here, we'll come straight across down here. And there we go. We're coming down to the wire on our water here. We're completely, well, almost completely out in our little Grand Canyon here, but that's okay. We've still got water coming in down here, so I'm not terribly worried about running out of water. And it gives us time to get this canal in. We're going to go ahead. We've dug out most of this. For some reason, they can't get to this. I'm not 100% sure why, but that's okay. They'll go ahead and put that in whenever they can get the other ones in there. In fact, we'll make this a little more important so that they get that done and they can start dynamiting that down as well. Our beaver friends are about to finish this whole area. However, I don't think we'll finish this before the next wet cycle. However, we can go ahead and make the detour around it that we're going to need. So let's go ahead and put that in. We'll put one up here, and then we'll go ahead connect it in back over here as well. Oops, don't need that extra one. And once this is in fact, we'll set that as the very most important thing. We can go ahead and take out a lot of the roads around here. I went ahead and shut these off since we could use the extra people, or beavers, I guess. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to do another stream gauge right down here. And when that gets to 0, I'm going to shut all 4 of those off. And then whenever it's above 0, we'll turn them back on. Like one of the other mistakes I've made is we cannot get to the middle of this to plant mangrove trees in there. So what I'm going to do here is we're going to go ahead and just remove a line down here and build in some ladders here. There we go. And we're also going to remove this one right here to get a little bit more gathering power for this area. And hopefully, just hopefully, let's go ahead and put that in there just in case anybody wants the extra distance. Put that in there, and once those are removed, in fact, we will bump that up quite a bit. Once those are removed, then whenever this has water, this whole area should be able to be replanted with mangroves. And there we go. They've got their road in here. Let's go ahead and put our food gatherer here. Grab the mangoes from all of this area here. And that should pretty much take care of this area. Our river is finally back, and we are going to go ahead and make... Well, first things first, we're going to remove that. We're going to leave this so they can still get along the dam here. However, we're going to toss in another, let's see, 1 by 2 right there. We're going to toss one in right here. And then we are going to try and fill up more of this. Let's see. Let's do the 1 by 2 here. And then, can I do a 3 by 3? 3 by 3. And then I want a 2 by 3, right? 2 by 3, yep. And here we're going to do 3 by 2. And 2 by 2. There we go. That's a big wall. You know what? That's going to bug me if that's like that. I would prefer it to be centered, even if it takes a little longer and a little more resources. So we're going to do this instead. We're going to go with that. I don't know if anybody else is like that, but that would just bug me. So we're not going to do that. We're going to do... Where is 2 by 2? Here we go. Here we're going to put in 3 by 1. And 2 by 1. There we go. That looks much, much better to me. Hey, look at this. We've got through the main patch here. So let's drop that off. Let's get our lumberjacks in here. Make sure, yep, that's all marked to cut. And we will go ahead and put in dams. There we go. We'll put in dams over here. Once they get rid of all of this, we'll go ahead and make the dams across here. I would also like to make this channel a little deeper. We'll start with that right there, and maybe that whenever they remove some of the metal. I just took a look and I wondered how they're going to get out here to this center part. So I'm going to take a road from here and just go all along the dam. There we go. That should help just a bit to get them across there. I don't think a dam is what I want here. We're going to replace this with a floodgate so that we can actually push water this way a little bit more. With that floodgate, it was only getting about half of what it needed, and it was not filling this up very quickly. So whenever there's a drought, we will go ahead and just lower this to 0, letting this fill up, and then once it's full, we can go ahead and actually move that back up. We've got our dynamite set down for this, so let's go ahead and blow it up. It's not going to hurt to do that one way or the other. In fact, we'll get this last dynamite in there. And hopefully by the next drought, we'll have this place enclosed and we can actually regulate a little bit of where this water goes. We should, however, put in a floodgate right there. And hopefully that helps. If for some reason we need to turn the water off over here, we can force the water to go in this direction. The beavers are starting to get all this cut down over here, and it's not taking them too long because it looks like this is all birch. So what I think I'm going to do is let's go ahead and plan out over here. So here, we're going to come straight across, and that should be all we can get to until they decide. In fact, we might redo that, and we'll do... Let's see. Actually, we'll put a 1x2 on this side so it matches, and then we'll have 3, 3, and 3. So let's count those out. I might have had them in the right space there. That's going to be 3. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so we'll put a 2 there and then a 3 there, and that should be taken care of. Then we just have to worry about over here. Now that I'm looking at it, over here, what we probably should do is, let's go ahead and put you in here. No, we're going to take it all the way out. I want it out to probably about, let's say here. We'll figure out how to get the dams in there once we get to that part. I'm going to do that, that, and then here, we're going to do this, this. We'll put a 2 in here. Here, I would actually like floodgates, single floodgates. I guess I could do doubles. What would a double look like? You know what? That's not bad. We'll do 1 double, 1, and 1. And then we will put in 1x2s. Nope. 2x1s. There we go. In between each of them. And then we'll close that off too. And we'll just lower the gates as we need it. I think we're going to do the same thing over here that we did on the other side there for just speeding up the building process a little bit. So let's start with our builder's hut here. Let's see if we can sneak this in somewhere. You can go here. And then we're going to need storage. We're going to need a large industrial pile. And then, where can we put another pile? How about there? And we'll set this one for planks. We'll set this one for logs. We'll set that to all people. Set it to construction important. And we'll make a path to make sure that's connected. Tell them to obtain goods from there, obtain goods to there, and hopefully that speeds up this whole area's building. We've managed to get just about everything out of here. We've got most of our area exploded that we need to have exploded, and now we really just need to take this out. Let's get our last block in there. We will make it, here we go, just like that. Then, so that we can get back in there, we'll go ahead and put in some stairs. And that should do just fine. We'll mark that as all as the highest of priorities so that it can get done here in the next, hopefully in the next day and a half. And then we'll have this water contained for the next one. We finished just in time for the water to come back. So we're going to have this fill up. We're going to try and fill up a little bit over here. And then hopefully some more of the river can fill up this time. I don't know if we used quite as much down here this time, but kind of looks like we did. We're still working on getting this metal out of the way. It's going to take a while before we can assuredly get that out of the way. Up here has finally started to fill out, so we're going to go ahead, lower this, and hopefully This fills up a lot of this trench right here. Don't know how we're going to do downriver, but I think we should have enough water for now for it. I knew it couldn't go perfectly smoothly and I would forget something, but where this stuff over here has basically an invisible barrier above it here, and these do not. So we are going to try and fix that real quick, and that will be our highest of high priorities. We'll do that, and then we'll do let's see, a 1x2. Then to get over here, we're going to need stairs, stairs, and finally, levee. There it is. Let's go ahead, attach this all in. We'll tell it all of this is the highest priority of all so that we're not losing water anywhere else. I'm going to go ahead and put down this gate over here, and maybe this one here as well. That way we can be filling up some of this other side and we won't be losing it off the back there. In fact, let's go ahead and put down all three just so that the river lowers back into place. Well, that was a bit of a costly mistake, but we have got that filled. So we're going to go ahead and move these back up, and that should fill this back up, and hopefully a lot of water gets out over here before the drought sets back in. I don't think we'll get our usual amount, but that's okay. We'll worry about filling up this area maybe next time. Originally, we set out to fix some mistakes, and I think we fixed a lot of that over here. The colony's not starving for food or water. It's got a lot of recreation going on. It's got its industry up. Its water is filling up, and its trees and berries are staying hydrated throughout the year, which is good. Our second mistake, though, however, almost cost us a whole season's worth of water, which would not have been good. However, we did manage to get to the falls in here, and I actually think that looks better than the original falls. It's just one nice wide sheet of water. It is filling up the whole riverside down here, so we shouldn't have too much problem with water in our next one. If there's any extra water before the end, I'll shuffle it on over here, but I don't know that we'll have that. So it might be next time before we get to see any greenness over there. But I think that's going to do it for this time. So just want to say thank you very much for stopping by, and I hope to see you next time. Bye.